Hi, my name is Arlene Garcia. Today's date is November 17, 2019, and today's week 4 lab exercise, the lymphatic system. And I'm going to go ahead and go over the 7 lymphatic organs, which is a thymus, spleen, tonsils, appendix, the Peyer's patches, cervical lymph node, and the axillary lymph node. And I'm going to go ahead and point it out on myself where they're located. I'm going to go ahead and start off with the thymus. The thymus is located behind our sternum and is located, it lies above the heart, and it helps develop the development of the T cells. The spleen is located to the lateral side of our stomach, and so it's underneath our rib cage right here. And the tonsils are located in the inner surface of our pharynx. So it's when we extend our tongue out, you can see them inside. And the tonsils helps to develop the immune oral pathogens. So it helps the development of the lymphocytes, the antibodies. And we have the appendix. The appendix is a pouch of the lymphatic tissue and is attached to the large intestine. So it's located in this section over here. And then the Peyer's patches is located in the lining of the small intestine. So it would be located down here. And the cervical lymph node. The cervical lymph nodes would be right here. And the axillary lymph node would be located right over here. So that would conclude the thymus, spleen, the tonsils, appendix, Peyer's patches, and cervical and axillary nodes. So now to talk about the important structures and the flow of lymph throughout the body. The lymphatic system, we have small capillaries that merge together and form bigger lymph vessels. Its main function of the lymphatic system is to primarily drain the excessive interstitial fluid from tissue spaces and return it back into the circulatory system by the lymph vessels. The structure of the lymphatic capillaries are made out of endothelial cells. These endothelial cells have one-way valves. So these one-way valves are close to one another. That gives it the bumpy, bedded look in the capillaries. And these one-way valves prevent the backflow of lymph going back into the lymph vessels. And as I mentioned, the endothelial cells, they're not that close to each other, so it gives them space in between them so the fluid can come out between them. And this fluid that comes out, we have the smaller proteins, and more of the bigger proteins and red blood cells stay inside. So more comes out than comes inside. The interstitial fluid comes out through the circulatory system. The circulatory system, we have the heart. The heart pumps at a higher pressure to be able to reach to the capillaries. So when the heart pumps at a higher pressure, it forces this fluid to come out in between the endothelial cells. And this interstitial fluid is the lymph, and the lymph is mainly consisted of the plasma of the red blood cells, which is the liquidy form portion of the blood. And that's why it's important that the endothelial cells and the capillaries have this opening so this interstitial fluid can merge out. So the lymph flows through the excessive interstitial fluid flows through the lymphatic capillaries. It passes through the lymph nodes to the lymphatic vessels, and then it's collected and drained into the lymphatic ducts, and then it goes back into the circulatory system. So this concludes my week 4 lymphatic system.